Home Depot this morning and I picked up a few things. Included in that are hinges. These are 4-inch hinges, fairly heavy, and that's what I'll use to hinge the grinder up and down. As I've explained before, that's the orientation here. It's normally standing up like this when I don't use it, and then when I need it, it comes down and it'll stick out about here so that I can use it and not get, you know, swarf all over the stand here. I also picked up some nail gun nails, a couple of long carriage bolts, because what I want to do is when it comes down over, I want to have little clamps on the bottom here that will hold it right onto the edge of this, you know, clamp it down tight. And I got 6-inch ones because I didn't know how long I needed. I figured longer is better, I can cut it off. I also got one of these, another one of these retractor-bit screwdrivers that I really like. I've got the blue one, the old one, but I normally use that in the house, or I want to keep it in the house, so another one for out here. Several people have asked me about this, and I don't know if it's available everywhere. It's a Husky brand. Anyways, it's neat. Works like a switchblade type thing. You just push the button forwards and back, and the screwdriver comes out. And they're good screwdrivers in here as well. I'm not pushing the product, don't get me wrong. I'm just, you know, this would be like a personal recommendation from me, which I won't be doing often, I can tell you that. Okay, here's the old one. It's Benchmark. Benchmark is the brand that Home Hardware here in Canada uses. And I've had this for a long time, maybe 6 years. Still works great. Sometimes it doesn't fully extend the bit, but I think that's just, you know, lack of lubrication inside. I think if I was to take the end off and lubricate it, it would work great. I'm just going to line it up fairly straight. Doesn't have to be perfect. And then I'm going to use these hinges. I'm just not going to do anything fancy with them. I'm just going to slip this under here, screw it onto the back or the bottom of this on both sides. And this should stick out over the edge by 4 1/4 inches. Man, this is kind of heavy, so that'll stand up there like that. And I really don't need anything to keep it up there, but I'm gonna put something behind it so that it doesn't gouge the wall too much, like maybe a piece of plywood or something for it to rest against. That goes roughly centered, and I don't want to stick it out past the unit. See, I've cut the handle off here. I don't know why that's so long anyway, you don't need it that long. This is the in-feed, out-feed bed that I had made for the old arrangement, and I'm going to reuse this, except I need to cut it a bit shorter because it's too wide for that opening. Just got to stick it in there. Just going to draw lines on the table to cut it off. And then that'll just get stuck back in there. I still need to make blocks that go underneath here on both ends. I got to make little clips that go in the corners here to hold the planer in place as well. Well, that's the feed table taken care of, and everything is locked up nice and solid. with these little clips that I nailed on in the corners here, the planer cannot move. I've got just one thing left to take care of as far as the planer goes, and that's chip collection. The planer comes with this thing here, and it fits on a 4-inch pipe, no problem. I don't know exactly what this is supposed to fit on, but this is a standard hose, and it will almost go in there. The only problem is they've got these little things in here. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to cut those out. Then I'm going to remount the inside a little bit. That doesn't have to go all the way in, it's just got to go in until it gets tight. And I think I'm there actually. I don't think it needs to go in any further than that. I get it all planned out, I get it all done, and then I go to put a necessary part on like this, and I find that it interferes with something. Hopefully that's not the case here. Now it clears properly. Nothing to worry about. Well, that's about as far as I can take it this time. I thought that I had a piece of plywood for the top of the trash can. I want to make a lid from plywood, thin plywood actually, for the top of the trash can that will, you know, have the screen in it and have that 2-inch pipe connected to it, so that all I'd need to do was slide the planer out, attach that thing to it, put it on top of the garbage can, and then I would have the chips collect in the garbage can, and the screen would filter the exhaust. But I don't have any plywood. I'll have to go tomorrow morning and pick up some. I need some for another project, actually the cabinet that I want to make over the chop saw station. Hard to find the words, the names of these things today. And get that junk that I've got piled up on top of it out of there.